Nobody had a big fight. Nobody cheated. Nobody even left. But something ended. You can feel it in the silences that used to feel comfortable, in the text that used to come without thinking, in a person who's still there, but somehow completely gone. Psychologists call it emotional withdrawal, but that name doesn't quite capture it because it doesn't happen loudly. It happens the way winter comes. You don't notice the cold until you've already forgotten what warm felt like. One person in the relationship stops being present, not physically, emotionally. They stop offering the small vulnerabilities, the quiet fears, the half formed thoughts, the moments of uncertainty. John Gottman's decades of relationship studies identified something he called the turning away. It's not the dramatic rejection that breaks connection. It's the accumulated pattern of small moments where one person reaches out and the other doesn't turn toward them. Over time, the reaching stops. The brain learns this is not a safe place to be soft. You're not cold. You're not broken. You're not someone who doesn't know how to love. You are someone whose nervous system learned, quietly and efficiently, to protect itself. That's not a character flaw. That's biology. The prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for connection, empathy, and risk, requires a felt sense of safety to stay open. When that safety erodes, even subtly, the amygdala begins classifying intimacy itself as a low-grade threat, not dramatically, incrementally. Think of it like a thermostat. Each unmet bid for connection, each turning away, drops the temperature by 1 degree. You don't feel 1 degree, but eventually the room is cold and the thermostat has recalibrated. What used to feel like love now feels like exposure. What used to feel like closeness now triggers the quiet urge to retreat. This is called anxious attachment, moving into avoidant patterning. And it can happen to people who were once genuinely, openly in love. So, what do you do with this? One, name the temperature drop. Don't wait until the room is freezing. Ask simply, have I been turning toward or away lately? Awareness interrupts the automatic pattern. Two, make one micro bid. Gottman's research shows connection is rebuilt in small moments, not grand gestures. One honest sentence, one question, one moment of being seen. Three, separate withdrawal from preference. Needing space is not the same as losing love, but it must be communicated. Otherwise, silence becomes its own message. Four, recognize the thermostat. Ask yourself, what temperature am I operating at right now? And then, what would it take to feel safe enough to turn 1 degree warmer? Relationships don't end in explosions, they end in uncorrected cooling. Every relationship has a thermostat. Every person in it is either, consciously or not, turning it up or letting it drift down. The shift isn't dramatic, but the awareness of it can be. You can't undo the silence that's already settled, but you can choose right now, quietly, to turn towards someone. Not perfectly, not with the right words, just toward. That one small movement is how rooms become warm again. Now I'm curious. Which sign matched your situation the most? Comment below and don't forget to like if you want more videos like this.